Last week on Face Off. The show-stopping semi-final did not disappoint. We saw incredible looks, big emotions, and yes, plenty of drama.
We've decided is that both of you go through to the finals.
But in the end, we had to say goodbye to two of our artists.
So I'm afraid today the journey finishes for both of you.
It was fully expected. Judges did comment if I had done that in every single challenge, things might have been different, but I'm excited to just carry on doing all these looks and showing off all my different sides of creativity, and it's only the beginning, so I'm really excited to see what my future looks like.
I've made very good friends. They've put such a big impact in what I love to do, and I wouldn't have it anyway.
It's not the last we've seen of these two, I can tell you for a fact.
Now all eyes turn to the studio one last time as our four remaining artists, Mia, Melaine, Stella and Yusra, battle it out to become the champion of Gibraltar's first ever Face Off the Next Generation.
I'm so happy they were there. I'm still buzzing from the idea. I can't believe I made it through, but I'm really, really happy. Like, my friends are all sort of amazed at what I've done. It's like, this is not actually me, but I've come a long way. So that, for me, that is the biggest take, and for me that's the biggest win. And I'm excited for today. I don't know how it's going to turn out.
I am really happy that I got through. I think I worked really hard for it, but I'm feeling quite nervous today. But I'm trying to turn it into excitement. The show has made me believe in myself to be a more versatile makeup artist.
I'm feeling really honoured, very grateful to be here today. It's not something that happens every day, and I should be very proud of myself on how far I've come. Yeah, I'm just really happy to see what today brings.
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling nervous and also excited. So it's a mixture of feelings today. I have no idea how today's going to go. I think it could go so different for all of us.
Our MUAs have impressed at every turn. Each look a stamp of their own growing style and confidence. But with so many challenges behind them, which creation stands out as their personal favourite?
I think the look I'm the most proud of would be editorial, because that really pushed me, really challenged me. The brief was very specific, but it was my very own, original, unique look. So I'm definitely the most proud of that, just because I know it definitely come from within me.
I would say the first one, the Express Yourself challenge, the peacock. It was very close to my heart, and it shows my journey. And basically, I'm really proud of actually achieving that, especially at the time that I had. So I'm really proud of that.
I think I'm most proud of the first and the last ones. The first one, I don't think I mentioned it, but it was the first time I'd ever done a creative makeup look, like what I do on myself on someone else. So I pushed myself a lot the first episode, and then the show has made me evolve a lot, and that was kind of like a symbol of this is how far I've gone, and now I can produce I think one of the best makeup looks I've ever done.
The look I'm most proud of has to be glamour, obviously, because I want it and it's just my thing. And secondly, I would say I'm proud of it, every look so far, even though I might not have won every episode. I did win one, and it's like a journey for me, and I'm learning things every day. So I would say every look is my favourite because there's a story behind it.
As the MUAs lay out their brushes and palettes, locking into the zone, they know there's no room for error. They want a shot at the face-off one-on-one showdown. The judges have raised the stakes. 4 bold, iconic eras, 4 totally different vibes, and the artists must choose blind. They know the styles, but they have no idea which one they're about to get.
Welcome to the final episode of Face Off the Next Generation. Alongside me, I'm the distinguished judges, Silva Moreno and Jaden Farr. Silva, you look ravishing today.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Well, I do have a mix of emotions today. I do feel stressed, I do feel sad. There is a bit of everything and nervous. I feel like I'm the contestant today.
On this challenge, I'll be focusing more on how each contestant will be showcasing, the historical era through makeup, but at the same time adding their individual style to it.
So Jaden, last episode, how are you feeling?
Feeling great. I'm sad that the room feels quite empty today, but I'm super excited for today's challenge. It's going to be a good one.
So this week's challenge is going to be a difficult one to judge because we have many different eras and all of them have different makeup styles. So what I'm going to be looking for, besides the usual precision, technique, etc., I'm going to be looking to see how the contestants make the particular era they choose their own.
And by the way, I'm loving this snakeskin look.
Thank you so much. Love yours too.
Well, you know what? Thanks to Grace Manfred, 16-year-old upcoming designer, designed this specially for me. Made it justice. I look fabulous, like always, but extra special today. Four different looks, 4 eras, 4 individual looks. Today, it starts fresh. So whatever the journey is, from the casting to last week's creative, this is a new slate, so it could be anybody's game. As the winner of last week's challenge, Stella, you have first choice to choose your envelope. So come forward and get it.
Oh my god, the vibes. I think this one's calling my name.
The second will be chosen by Silva. And who do we have? Who do we have, Silva? It'll be number 2, which would be Yusra. The next will be chosen by Jay.
Number 4.
Number 4 would be Mia.
Oh my god, okay. Wait, no, I'm overthinking. Okay.
And last but not least, the lovely Melaine.
I think it's going to be extremely challenging because they have all been preparing for each era in particular. But I think what's important with this challenge is to, when you receive the challenge that you have chosen, to push everything to one side, and just focus on the challenge at hand.
Stella, go ahead, open your envelope and let me see what you have.
I'm hoping to get the 80s look.
Yes! The 1980s.
1980s.
No, I don't want it. Okay, good.
When he had all 4 of the envelopes out, I had to pick that one, and then the outcome was what I wanted.
The next will be Yusra. Yusra, open your envelope.
Look that I would like to get today would be the 1980s, but to be completely honest, I don't really mind any look.
2000s.
The year 2000s.
Me?
Yeah, I'm not very happy. I know I said I didn't mind, but I feel like I cannot do much with the era that I've got, so I just need to use my creativity and believe in myself and just trust my gut and my instincts.
Me?
Mia.
Honestly, I'm hoping to get anything but 60s, because I don't like the 60s.
Bumper Ross. 60s.
So I got 60s, which is one I really didn't want. Oh,
I think it's just the one that I feel like I'm not going to do well on at all. Oh my god. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to be like confident about it, but I just feel really like not good.
And last but not least, Mel.
I'm excited and I'm a bit worried porque obviously I've got the idea, now the execution is what I want to, and how it works on the model, because it's all very good having an idea, pero después cuando you try it on the model, it's like, does it look alright? And obviously the eye shape, how much space you have. So let's see. I'm really excited, and verdad, could have been a lot worse and it could have been better, but I'm happy with what I got.
That's it, the 4 eras are locked in. And let's just say, the draw was not kind to everyone.
I think Yusra was a bit shocked. I think she was probably going for the 80s, 60s and 20s. But then again, you know, she's so flexible and creative. I'm sure she'll hit it off with the 2000s. She's not going to have a problem.
So Stella, you can clearly say that Stella was very, very happy about her choice, so my expectations are extremely high.
1920s was Mel. I don't know how to take that. She didn't show a lot of emotion, but she wasn't happy, she wasn't sad, so I think she was sort of mediocre.
Mia was not very happy. I think she was quite upset with the look that that was given to her, and I almost noticed that she was a bit sad.
I think today the reality and the pressure of the competition has hit her today.
So I really, really hope that she gets her things and her thoughts together, and she'll put that all energy into actually doing maybe even a better job that she thought.
And she just needs to focus, because she's got that. She's very, very talented, but I think, you know, these things happen.
With that settled and brushes at the ready, the only thing left is for Deepak to kick things off.
MUAs, 2-hour challenge, and your time starts now.
By now, you'd think our MUAs would be immune to the pressure, but trust me, the tension in this studio is blended to perfection. 2 hours may sound like a long time for a makeup look, but these 4 know just how fast that clock sneaks up on you. We're only 30 minutes in. Let's check in and see how they're holding up.
Hi, Mel.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm struggling with the eyebrows.
The wax?
I've glued them down, but because they're very strong, it's hard to make it look soft.
Okay, so put a lot of glue and put a foundation on top, which is a colour match of hers.
I'll do the foundation.
And then with the powder, but don't blend it. Plaster it.
I just know that at the moment it looks rough because
Get back to it. You know what you need to do. You always do this. How are you feeling, Mia? Feeling better?
Yeah, I feel better.
Yeah?
I'm changing my look completely, but...
Nice, great liner.
Thank you.
And you've got a different colour now, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
thought I'd jazz it up a little bit.
Afterwards, when you have to exaggerate a bit more.
Okay.
So it shows.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
So Stella, the one you wanted, how's it going?
Good.
Yeah, let's have a look. Looking beautiful.
Trust the process. It's
My
gonna be a
year
bit more
2000.
colourful, eh? Yes.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good.
Well, you've got this beautiful model. It's got amazing
Yes.
features. It's looking good. I'm liking the metallic.
I think I'm gonna add a bit of colour to it, but I just wanted to focus on what was gonna go where, like the highlighted brow bone and like the liner, and now I focus on like metallic colours.
We're edging towards the halfway mark, and the looks are really starting to come together. But it's not just the pressure building inside the studio. Just beyond those walls in the designated green room, there's a handful of family and friends gathered to lend their support, along with a few recognisable faces.
I'm here with a familiar face, no other than the fabulous Matt Moreno.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Today I'm good, definitely. I mean, I walked in finally with no nerves, which makes a change, and I finally get to just sit down and enjoy all the behind the scenes myself. It does feel weird, honestly, watching it in real time on the TV, because I mentioned it myself before. Even when I was in the room, I wasn't aware of what was going on. So now I'm actually okay, this is what they use and this is what they're doing. Interesting, yeah. But it is very surreal. It doesn't even feel like I was there myself in the first place, to be honest.
So here we are with the fabulous Janelle. Janelle, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing okay. I'm very relaxed, which is very nice.
And how does it feel to be on the other side?
A bit strange. I'm not used to it, but at the same time, I'm really taking it in. I'm really living in the moment and not taking it for granted. Just watching them from the screen feels incredible.
I'm very proud to see where she's reached to, and she seems to be quite relaxed and taking her time, doing her things the way she's prepared herself a lot these days. And yeah, just very proud of where she's got to. Sometimes she needs a bit of more self-confidence, but she's very young, so eventually she'll get there.
Yo estoy atacada, but I can see she's very calm, she's very secure of what she's doing. Como que that me da ese peace of mind. I know that she had her ideas very clear in her head, and it wasn't that clear to me. But now I can see what she was thinking and what she was creating. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with what's going on in that little head. But I think from what I've seen, she's managed to bring out everything that she had in mind, and it's looking really good.
I'm gonna drop it. Truth, okay? Who's your winner?
I don't know.
I guess my gut feeling would be Stella, because I feel like Stella is someone who knows how to prepare for the show specifically, and she's got the flair.
I don't really have a favorite. I don't know. I don't know, because the skills are very different, and they have different techniques of the way they do everything. It could be absolutely anyone's game, absolutely anyone's, because you never know what someone's going to pull out of the bag.
Well, Janelle said it could be anybody's game, but we'll see.
Not long to go now, with yet another tense but thrilling challenge. All eyes are on our 4 finalists as they race to polish off their looks. Mia's gone full flower power, adding real petals to her model, and the 60s are absolutely blooming. Yusra's model is serving shimmering Y2K realness, and that metallic glow paired with her signature pop of the green on the eyes. Meanwhile, Stella's gone all out 80s, decking her model with bold pop culture stickers. It's loud, it's fun, it's so her. And Melaine, her model is pure 1920s elegance, complete with a cupid's bow and classic rosebud lips, a full-on Gatsby fantasy brought to life. This one's going to be so hard to judge. It's all or nothing now, and Deepak is just moments away from calling those final few minutes on the clock.
MUA's 2 minutes to go. We're seeing some amazing work. It's 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. Oh my God, give that final look. I know you guys can do this. We even got Silver doing a final look, honey.
I feel like if I get closer, they're gonna get more nervous. I'm just like looking from the side. What?
20 seconds to go. Come on, guys. You can do this. Come, guys. 10 seconds to go, guys. I'm more nervous than they are, I think.
Like New Year.
10 seconds to go, guys. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down, guys. Brushes down. Well done. Round of applause to you guys. Amazing. Great job. Round of applause to all of you.
Everybody.
Brilliant job.
Really happy with what came out of the look. I think it's exactly what I had in my head, and it's such a good feeling when you do exactly what you wanted, and I don't think there was any hiccups really along the way either, so it's been really good.
I kind of like mixed emotions. I feel really bad like about my look. Obviously I wasn't happy, but you know, it's kind of out of my hands at the moment. I feel like I let myself down with this one, but I knew that was the case anyway because I didn't really vibe with the era. But yeah.
I feel happy in the sense that I've completed the look. It was a point throughout. I spent so much time on the brow because she had really thick brows and really dark, and I couldn't get them light, and I couldn't get them like seamless. Con que I spent so much time on the brows que ya me quitó el tiempo de todo el demás look. But in 20 minutes, I managed to do the lips, I managed to do a little heart, I managed to do the blusher, and at least I managed to do something. Porque de verdad que I spent so much time with the eyes.
I feel like it's gone very well. At the beginning I was a bit nervous, but overall I think it went quite well. I'm quite happy with it. I'm just a bit nervous to see what the judges have to say, but yeah.
So Jaden, from all these 4 eras that we have over here, which is the one that attracts you?
For me, the 80s.
Okay.
The 80s is really screaming my name.
To be honest, 4 of them are incredible, but the one that definitely stands out for me, 1960s.
This is going to be a toughie because I actually love the year 2000s. I think she's nailed it.
We've only just started, and already our 3 judges can't seem to agree on anything. This is definitely going to get interesting.
Jaden, this is Melane's work.
Melaine had the toughest challenge. She had to completely remove the brow. She had to draw a new brow on, she had to draw a new eyelid, she had to change the lip shape, as well as everything else. So I think considering that, she's done a solid job. Obviously, there are a lot of teething issues. The brow hasn't been glued down properly.
That's what I agree on.
The model that has been selected for this has very thick, unruly brows, which you can see. You know, I think, considering the time, I wish she would have just laid that down a bit more so it would have been smoother.
If we think about that era, there are so many different interpretations when it comes to makeup, whereas I think she on her own decided to challenge herself today. And, you know, and upon that, she faced other challenges, something like, you know, the eyebrows of the model, then, you know, little imperfections here and there. I just want to clap her just for finding the courage of actually throwing herself out there to do this job.
She does remind me like those Tim Burton movies of the 1920s, and I wish it would have come out a lot cleaner. Yeah, color choice is brilliant, and the blending she's done with the fuchsia and, you know, purple. The only thing is when you look at it at a close-up, it's not symmetrical.
I mean, you could see this makeup in a show in Paris or something, like a cabaret show.
Something.
Yeah, cabaret.
Totally. Stella's work going down to the 1980s.
I don't know. I have no words of how amazed I am with this work. I mean, the precision, the perfection. If you can see, like, even those little drops in the center of the face, on the eyelids, on inner corners. I mean, Stella is a master of, colors and the blending, and she really brought that talent into today's work.
The eye is so interesting, and she had a male model who had more hooded eyes, and she still managed to get a really interesting shape in there. And if you look at it, there's so much going on, but at the same time, everything feels quite harmonious, everything
Yes.
feels very balanced. And I love the inclusion of the kind of stickers on the face and all the 80s references. You can tell she's really thought out of the box about this one.
I mean, she's a girl of 18 years old, but she's mastered artistry like no one else, honestly. The way she visions, the way she creates, and the way it just builds up is amazing, I can't fault anything over here. It's just an amazing job.
And I'm sorry, just the fact that Polly Pocket is on a cheek and face off, that sold it to me.
Yeah, totally.
And Trolls, look, like she's nailed it with the references.
Yeah, indeed.
This is Mia's work, 1960s.
I feel like there's so much attention to detail. I mean, look at those freckles, look at the little lines over here and there, and the perfection of the color range. It just all comes together perfectly.
I think I love the eye shape. I think she's done a really great job doing that, and I love the inclusion of the petals. Like, she actually thought about it, and those are real petals on the bottom lashes. So that's a cool touch, and that's what we were looking for. We were looking for something that's on theme, but also something that's different. She's added that Mia touch, and I think those eyelashes have done exactly that.
I think personally, as a makeup artist, she's done a great job. The only thing, if I'm looking for what I said at the very beginning, which was precision, technique, and a signature mark, I think she's given her signature look, which is completely true. I just don't feel that this eye over here is symmetrical with the other eye. But I'm just judging today on what I personally feel is precision, techniques, and overall look, and their signature mark. She has given me the signature mark, but I still feel it's not symmetrical enough, and one is longer than the other.
But if you consider line work like that is so difficult, and if you watched her work, she did it like seamlessly. She did it so quickly.
I'm not saying she doesn't, but if we're looking for something that has to be even, then let's go something for even.
Can I say something though? The model's face is not symmetrical. That side of her eye is a little bit bigger than that side.
And you know what it's like with the world of makeup. Nobody's got the perfect eye and perfect shape, and we block one right and one left. There's something always going to be not symmetrical, but you need to perfect that, so when you see it from afar, from a close-up,
of course,
it looks clean. I love the idea of the petals, okay? Obviously there's more petals here than less petals, but I just don't think when the eyes are open, it looks clean. It just looks a little bit rough. I can't complain about anything else because she's done a perfect job, but that's just my opinion, how I feel.
The deliberation is dragging on longer than ever, and with every passing second, the tension outside skyrockets.
It's been a long time waiting for them to deliberate, and it's like, and it's a lot more nerve-wracking. So I want to hurry up. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to enjoy the moment, with the other MUAs, the final moments. And now that you remind me, it's a bit nervous, but excited to see what they have to say.
There's a mix of emotions. I'm slightly sad because soon it's just going to be we're going to know and it's just going to end. But I'm nervous. I'm a little bit nervous.
I'm feeling like I really just want to know the results. I don't care if I'm in or if I'm not. I just want to know. The weight is really just killing me.
Well, I have very mixed feelings about this particular look. I think in general, if you criticize the makeup in general, I think she's done such an amazing job. Like, there's nothing that I can say, whether it's like the blending or the colors and etc. I think she's done an incredible job. But when I personally think about early 2000s, I think more of a gray, smoky, like I don't remember any green with the turquoise, and I don't know, I'm feeling, maybe that's her touch, maybe something I'm not understanding, if you, my colleagues, can help me on this one. Yeah. But like, I love the lip. I think lip is absolute perfection. You know, concealer lips with the gloss, with the highlighter, like, love it. But I didn't understand where she was going with the eyes.
I mean, for me, the eyes are giving me like J-Lo and Christina Aguilera. You know, it's those kind of vibes with the green, you know, Waiting for Tonight vibes, Christina Aguilera with the piercings. I think it is a beautiful look. You know, she's done a great job. But I think Yusra had the safest look.
I think, you know, to get the year 2000 for me, I think this reminds me like a cross between Linda Evangelista, Cindy Crawford. I understand where you're going with the makeup, but I think the silvers and the metallic colors she's used, and maybe the green doesn't go, but she's used that signature mark of hers to put that green in it. You know, I think it's blended perfectly like that.
Personally, again, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like green was really irrelevant here for me, from my vision, how I would see it, even if it was just she would continue. I love the attention to detail of the piercing above the lip. That's why she really played safe. And I feel so bad because the makeup is absolutely stunning. I wish she would have put more effort into it.
I think it's perfect blend. I disagree completely. I disagree completely because I think it's totally impactful. I don't know, I personally like this. I think it's very fresh. I think she's hit the nail on the head on it. I like that deep, dark brown lip liner. For me, there's nothing to fault over here. I think she's done a great job.
But I think, listen, we have to consider something. The person who had the easiest task, let's be honest, is that contestant. And I think that contestant could have done a lot more.
But if she had the easiest task, would it condemn her because she had the easiest task?
No, but there's so much in that period. That's what I'm saying. So many iconic things. You could have gone any avenue and you haven't.
2000.
She's just played it safe, said, I'm going to whack a bit of this eyeshadow on and
well, I think the 20s, 60s and 80s, you could play a lot more. Between us, we know that nobody really wanted the 2000. Nobody. None of the four really wanted it. We all know that. If we're going to go for a symmetrical, I think she's done an amazing job, but it's not symmetrical for me. If we're going to go through, not the history, what we're going to do for today.
Yes, it's not symmetrical, but I think there's a lot more work to it.
I'm sorry, but you're really wrong on this.
I know my second.
I need to think about it.
Oh, God, it's so hard. Today, and I think she's given it, no matter if she hasn't gone out of the box or not box, but she's done a great job. It's 2 against 1. Your call, guys. Welcome back, MUAs. First of all, I've got to tell you that it's been a very difficult task for us. It's been really, really hard. But apart from that, I am totally proud of all of you on how far you've reached. You should be really proud of yourselves and the growth you have. And today, each of you individually showed your look to the max. And how impressed we were, all of us, on your journey, and today's makeup was amazing. That's why it's been really, really hard. We'd like to call Melaine. Come forward. Jaden.
Hi, Melaine.
Hi.
How are you feeling? Are you less shaky now?
Not really. I'm still shaky.
Listen, I have to give it up to you because you had a mammoth task. Like, you had so many elements that you gave yourself, and I really have to commend you because you gave yourself a challenge and you did it. You did it all. I know you didn't do it as well as you would have liked, and obviously there are some issues that we spotted, but I really have to commend you on that.
I totally agree. I think you had a tough challenge and you made it your own. I, on a personal level, are so proud of you. You've got to stop saying this age business of yours. Get over it, please. You know, your look was amazing. Just unfortunately, I wish it was just cleaner. But you went out of the box, you challenged yourself, and you still delivered. So well done. Honestly, be really proud of yourself, okay? Remember that. Silva?
Well, darling, you should be, again, so proud of yourself. I've been watching you today and I can understand, like, your nerves were kicking in, your hands were shaking, but you didn't get scared. You didn't say, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna skip this. I'm not gonna do this. You actually dived in totally into this look. Yes, there were difficulties on the way. Like, you can see your difficulties with the eyebrows, maybe things that you did not anticipate when you were planning this look, which is still part of the journey. It's why it's called challenge. This is, you know, that's why we're here for it. And things like this happen. It's all about how you deal with them. So, just the fact that you dealt it with such a higher way, and this attention to detail of that heart, I loved it. Yes. So please be proud of yourself. You've done an amazing job.
Mia, come forward, my love. Silva, after you, my lovey.
Mia, I loved everything about your look. You have shown us how professional you are today, how artistic you are today, of someone that in a situation like this, that you were thrown out there, but you thrived. And you thrived in such a way that your work is absolutely incredible. The attention to detail, I mean, the flowers, the graphics, the color coordination, and those freckles. I absolutely loved your look, so thank you so much.
You took your work, your craftsmanship, what you know best, and you overloaded us with this beautiful piece of work. Really proud of you. I just wish it was just a little bit more symmetrical on one side to the other. It's the only thing I would say about position. But otherwise, overall, you gave your signature mark like you always do, and you did a great job. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm so impressed with this look. The way you added the lashes, that was so smart. You know, you got the concept, and that's what we wanted. We wanted that little Mia touch, or everyone's individual touch, and I think you did that. Your linear work is amazing. The way you drew those on, I was watching you, and you do those effortlessly. So, well done. Yeah, really impressed.
Thank you very much.
Stella, can you come forward, please? Jane, and after you.
Hi, Stella.
Hello.
I never thought I would see Polly Pocket, Trolls, Bon Jovi on Face On, honestly.
Bon Jovi found me.
I'm so impressed with this look. Like, your use of color is amazing. The way you drew those lines, those shapes, the blending, the details in the hair, I think is really great. So well done. Great job.
Thank you.
Silva, darling?
Well, I think the overall look is absolutely phenomenal. Like, your understanding of colors is just something that you should be so proud of. It's very, I admire you too, doing such a clean work and the attention to detail. So you didn't just finish on the eyes and just didn't finish on the colors, but your attention to details to actually creating the stickers, being prepared. And I don't know, I think it's just so perfect that I have nothing else to say.
Thank you.
So good job done.
Thank you.
You're totally gifted. You have an art and an eye to color and vision and creativity, imagination is all spot on. You know, you've executed it perfectly. I couldn't ask for more, so well done.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Yusra.
Wow. When I look at this makeup look, I do say I could see where you are coming from when it comes to, you know, makeup and the era. I love the color range that you chose on the upper lid and the lips. I feel like, and the attention to detail of the fake...
diamonds.
Yeah, like a fake diamond.
Yeah, fake diamonds.
Yeah, like a fake piercing.
Like a
I think it
diamond
was
beauty
just
spot. Yeah.
gives me Christina Aguilera, Evanescence. So it was really, really the era that we were going for, that we wanted to see. The only thing that didn't understand, and I would love for you to explain it to me, please. Where's this? Why you were inspired with the green at the bottom of the lashes? Is there any particular reason, or you had certain inspiration? Why did you put green at the bottom of the lashes?
That's like my little special touch to it, because I didn't want to make it like completely a copy paste. I wanted to include shimmer, like different types of colors, and seeing that the model has green eyes, I just wanted to make her eyes pop.
Okay, well, thank you. And overall, I love the look, so thank you.
Thank you.
Yourself, Jade.
Hi, Yusra. I think amazing blending. The way you blend is unreal. You know, we've seen it throughout the weeks, and you proved it again here today. I really like your use of color. I like it's giving me like J-Lo, Christina Aguilera vibes. I do think, however, you did play a bit safe. I know you had a really difficult challenge because it was a 2000, you know, and it was the most difficult because where can you go with that? But there is many references that you could have pulled to just amp it up a little bit more. I do really like the green and the way you kind of blended that all, you made it look really metallic. So great job.
I personally feel today you executed it perfectly. It were going through the criteria of precision, symmetrical, and the overlook, and giving your signature mark, which you said with the green. Use the metallics, you had that gloss going on, it's perfect finish. The beauty spot with the diamond gave that little touch. It reminded me of the 2010s, Linda Evangelista, Cindy Crawford. For me personally, you nailed it today, so well done.
Thank you.
With the critiques finally wrapped, the room falls silent. Now comes the moment everyone's been dreading. It's time to reveal which two MUAs are heading into the face-off showdown.
Final moment of truth. Stella, you're through to the finals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Melaine. I'm afraid your journey ends here, but be proud, you've done an amazing job, okay? Yusra and Mia. You both deserve it, but unfortunately, we can only choose one. And the person going through to the finals of Face Off, the next generation, is Mia. Yusra, thank you very much. You've been a champ.
I'm feeling a bit upset. It's been a journey, and I hope to continue to thrive from here. And my makeup journey hasn't ended. Like, I will continue being a makeup artist.
I'm really happy que ha pasado Stella and Mia. Well deserved, so I'm happy for them. And for me, I'm really happy. I've already won in my own personal way. And I hope at least si le da algo de inspiration for everybody, sort of, for all of you people out there that are actually older. It's never too late to keep on trying.
Obviously happy, but it's one of those weird feelings, I think, where it hasn't, I don't know, maybe like sunk in. Obviously I feel really, you know, like bad for the other guys. It obviously, you know, the whole process doesn't feel the same without them, and everyone did such a good job.
I'm super happy that I'm in the final, but it's a bit hard to be happy because I know how hard all the other 4 have worked also.
I had Stella as a clear finalist. She did an amazing job, totally clean.
I was really torn between Melaine and Mia for the second spot.
I was very, very certain about my choice, even though I heard Deepak's opinion.
It's been a very difficult decision because the judges were very torn this week. We couldn't come to a unanimous decision.
I felt like Jaden and I were very, very clear and very certain about our choice.
I personally believe Yusra deserved to be there because the blending was to perfection and she nailed it today, no matter what the other judges said.
I tried my best and that's what matters, and if they don't see that I am worthy enough to be in the finale, well, I believe I should have gone through. I'm really happy for those who have because they deserved it. But I think I did good and I deserve to be there, and just because I'm not there doesn't mean that I won't continue to do what I'm doing, so yeah.
The final so far has delivered drama, glam and jaw-dropping artistry. But now it all comes down to this. The moment we've been building towards, the ultimate face-off head-to-head challenge.
It's crunch time now, it's the finals, we've got Stella, we've got Mia.
Intrigued and just nervous because I have no idea what they're going to throw at us.
Don't know what to expect, but I hope I can pull through.
Got 5 products to work with. They've got to work with creativity, imagination, and a 30-minute challenge. That's hard.
In this final challenge, the judges have cooked up a blind test. It's designed to push our finalists to their absolute limits. With a strictly limited product selection, the MUAs will have access to only 5 items each. No backups, no extras, just pure skill. Each of our 2 finalists, along with the 3 judges, will take turns choosing 1 product each. And whatever gets picked must be used by both artists. And as if that wasn't intense enough, they'll have just 30 minutes to complete their look. And one more twist, they'll be working under a special setup to make sure this showdown is as fair as possible.
We have 2 identical models, Emma and Chloe. This is the final challenge, okay? As you can see in your workstation, you have a gloss, an eye pencil, a matte bronzer, you got the black track, and the Ruby Woo Red, okay? Be very clever on how you're going to use these 5 products. These 5 products have to be used.
They have products that are very versatile. I would do various things with certain products, and yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one because they both have a very high skill level.
So this challenge is half an hour. We want you to create something with those 5 products and to impress the 3 of us to find out who will be Gibraltar's next face-off generation MUA.
Good luck, girls. Cannot wait to see your makeups.
Obviously, good luck and don't play it safe.
Yes. Okay. So think clever. All right? And your time starts.
I think it was a bit like jarring just to see like you can only use these products. It's a bit scary. Like, it's so hard to come up with something when you have a million products, and I think it's even harder to come up with something when you have just 11 products in front of you.
Definitely would have done a look that was a bit more true to myself and my style if the products were different. Like the bronzer, it's kind of, you know, you can only do so much with that. So it's very difficult to view, you know, the specific products in a way that's different to how we typically use them day to day. So that was difficult.
So, Silva, what would you do if you received these products?
I think the products that they have are quite, universal. There's so much you can do. For example, just even with the bronzer, I think the bronzer you can use for contouring purposes. You can use it as a shadow for the eyes. You can even do contouring, outline the lips, or there's so much that you can do just even with the bronzer. The same is with the eye pencil, that you can create a dim and a smokiness, just like smudging it and blending it in the correct way. So yeah, there's a lot actually you can do with all those products.
I think I'm quite drawn to the liner. I think you could do something quite creative and
with a liner, right? With the gel liner.
Yeah, I think it's cool. They're all quite versatile. They have like different uses.
It's true.
There's like a black lip with an eyeliner.
I have zero expectations today because you can go very editorial. But at the same time, you can go very glam, very commercial. There's like so much you can go with.
Definitely.
The number you have dialed is not available.
10 minutes left.
I mean, we have the drama of the semis. Now, silence. I can't even hear a pin drop. They're so concentrated. Could be anybody's game. We don't even know. It could be Stella, could be Mia.
MUA's 3 minutes. One minute to go, MUAs.
Oh my gosh, 1 minute?
1 minute. MUAs, put your brushes down. Give yourself an applaud. A round of applause for all of you guys. Thank you, Chloe and Emma. Been great sports. Just stay there.
That challenge was really difficult. I think I definitely could have pushed a lot more. I think I was worried about doing too much, but I feel like with this challenge, I probably should have just gone for it because it's the last challenge, it's the last push. So I'm not, too happy. I definitely could have done more.
I literally came up with it on the spot and left like super, super, super happy. So I think overall all of the decisions that I made were the correct ones for me.
I'm not confident I've done enough. As I said, I think I definitely could have just done something, my last, final push that was just, out there. So yeah, I'm not feeling too confident.
I guess we shall see what happens, and I wonder what the judges will say.
After 7 intense weeks and countless strokes of artistry, the judges are gearing up for their final and most crucial deliberation. Every blend, every brushstroke, and every bold choice has led to this moment. This challenge has been no easy ride, and you can feel the pressure in the studio. But how will the judges see it?
Well, judges, the final look, Stella's and Mia's. Silva, what do you think? First impression?
First impression out of both, that I can see that they both have done a great job. The way that they've used the products in such a different way, it's very impressive.
I love how they've each used the product very smartly. You know, you have blush lip, you have a bold lip. You both have graphic liners on each model. You know, they've gone a similar route in that, but I think they've used the products really in a smart way. That one in particular is very hard to execute.
Totally.
Yes, and the blending and everything. I'm just looking more close up to Mia's look. And to be honest, I think that graphic makeup, like graphic eyeliners and straight lines, were her really strong side throughout the show. But like, I feel on this particular task, she failed herself. I don't know whether it was the nerves or whether it was tiredness. I can't justify it, but I would definitely say that she could have done way better with her skills when it comes to the eyeliner, and the eyes in general look quite smudgy.
I love the blushed lip. I think that's really a unique way to put it on quickly, because obviously they're limited for time, and still making it quite impactful.
I agree with you on the gloss. It gives, it's nice because I think that gloss is so rich, so it gives that can effect, you know, that Coca-Cola can effect.
And the way that she used like the lipstick for the blush, I think it looks really good. But here as well, like, I think they are both in the same mindset when it comes to challenges and makeup, because I've heard of them saying both of them actually work smarter than harder. I heard that from Mia and I heard that from Stella as well. So their approach to the looks was quite amazing. I feel like Stella's makeup is incredible. However, I do lack, you know, colors on her face. I feel like it's quite bare. I mean, she had a bronzer, she had a lip.
She could have put a bit more.
She could have worked a bit more on the skin where it looks too bare for me. Personally, it's really lacking color. Like, it's too canvassy.
You can use a lipstick to just add a bit of blush.
Just a bit of blush or just some kind of color where it was like too contoured or bronzed or whatever was her vision. Maybe it was the lack of time, I don't know.
But she has a very clean job and she's executed it brilliantly, you know?
I'm on the same page. I'm really indecisive on this one, because truly both of them have their pros and cons. They all have like their good parts of the makeup. I cannot call flawless none of these looks.
I think there are elements in both that I love and some that I don't love as much.
I'm really struggling to come up with a decision.
Actually, for the first time, I think I agree with both of you. I don't know.
And I don't know how we're going to decide.
I thought this was going to be an easy one. No. It's anybody's game.
Will it be Team Mia or Team Stella? Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after the break, live in the studio to reveal the results.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Face Off. The results coming to you live from Broadcasting House. What a series it has been. Weeks of jaw-dropping transformation, creativity pushing to its limits, and some of the closest judging we've ever seen. Tonight, it all comes down to this moment. 2 finalists, 1 winner. Now, we've agreed to disagree throughout the whole series, but I couldn't have done it without them. They've been my pillar, my strength, my stress, but what can I say, my 2 favorite judges of all time, the fabulous Silva Moreno and the amazing Jaden Farr. Are you guys, how are you feeling? You look fabulous. So tell me,
How are you feeling?
I am ecstatic, and this energy over here is buzzing. But I'm actually, just, I don't know, full of emotions. I'm excited, but it's been 8 weeks of lots of dramas.
Indeed.
But all worth it. How are you feeling at this moment?
Well, I am feeling quite, sad and excited at the same time. I'm happy that the viewers had a glimpse of, the journey that we've been and what we've been up to. So, we're very excited about tonight.
And yourself, Jaden? Highlights?
Well,
You
hi
think of
guys.
this
Hello,
series-
everyone. It's so great having a crowd.
I know,
love
but
this.
change. I don't feel I'm
I love
talking
this.
to this camera, that camera. Tell me, what's the highlight for you?
Highlights, there are too many to save. No, we're going to need to go
One,
on
just
until tomorrow.
One that gets into your
I think it would be the editorial challenge because it was my baby in a way. So that was, my highlight.
We agree? Let's leave it there.
Yeah, let's leave
not
it
agree
there.
to
Let's
disagree.
not.
Over here now, unanimous. We're in Shanti or Zen tonight.
Yes. No fighting. No
Anyway,
fighting.
before we go further, we've got 2 finalists. And I'd like to introduce you to the first finalist. Mia, come on stage. Now, not only are you a makeup artist and being creative, but very, very eh? Baba boom, no, we do this, no? What was it?
tea.
No.
Thank you, my love.
So tell me, how's your journey been so far?
It's been exciting, stressful, nerve-wracking. It's been a lot, but it's been a really great experience so far.
And what's been the best moment for you?
Honestly,
till now?
I think the best moment would just be being with the other MUAs and creating that kind of bond that we all have. Alongside, I think, just pushing myself and creating those looks myself and executing them. It's been very, very different experience.
Well, thank you, Mia.
Thank you.
What can we say? Me over here. We're going to have a closer look on a journey over here on Face Off, The Next Generation.
My name is Mia Kamal. I'm looking forward to this process, not really sure what it's going to entail, so that's quite exciting. But yeah, I am excited, a little bit nervous, but overall I'm feeling good. I signed up for Face Off because I already do makeup every week. I really love makeup. I've loved it for many years, 10 years now. I'm always experimenting with different makeup styles and putting them out there, and I thought, why not? I think it went relatively well. I'm not, too disappointed in myself. I think I could have done a bit better with the symmetry, but I'm relatively happy with what I did.
To our top 6 over here, we have Mia. A round of applause. Well done.
Excited. I think also a little bit of nerves maybe are setting in again. I'm just thinking, what's ahead, but obviously really happy that I am, through to the next stage. Concept and idea is to play with colours, and the colours for me express myself and my queerness, and I wanted to, obviously use that.
I can definitely see her signature look, and that's exactly what I was looking to do.
Great job. I'm really impressed with your use of color.
You've executed it really well, and I think, it could be a trend set, especially, like I said, that liner with that gloss. Very clever. This week's winner, Mia. Well done.
Ultimately, very happy that we chose Mia.
She's very editorial, she's very fashion.
I think I'm going to do relatively well in this challenge. I haven't done a bridal look or really makeup on another person in quite a long time, but I'm confident that I can do a decent look.
This is Mia's work.
I love her lip. I like the 3D effect she's made, like it lighter in the middle and then darker on the contour.
Nice ombre
Her
effect.
skin looks lovely. I like the effect that it's lighter in the center and then the contouring is really nice.
The only thing that puts me off is the choice of the colors.
I feel like she's gone quite heavy under the
I
eyes.
think the last couple of weeks have gone relatively well. Obviously, winning the first challenge, made me feel a lot more confident. But I think the second week did knock my confidence quite a bit because I wasn't happy with the look. I wasn't happy with the outcome.
Last week's winner was Stella. Who do you think in this competition is your competitor?
So I would say Mia.
You will have 1 hour and 15 minutes, while everybody else will have 1 hour and a half.
So fair.
Hello, Mia. Are you breathing?
I am,
Yeah.
just about.
It's very like me, my take on glam. So I'm happy that kind of, you know, also stayed true to like my style.
I really like the colours she's used. Sparkle on the eyelashes gives it a little like touch of glamour and, you know, a bit of sassiness there.
You can see the detail and the blending work that she's done. Yeah, great job.
But overall, 15 minutes less, she's done a great job.
Halfway mark, it feels like I still have, you know, a certain amount to prove.
Come on in, the bosom buddies, ladies. Well, we have the lovely Elsie over here with Mia.
Hello, Mia. Hello. What do you think? Have you seen yourself?
No. I was really looking forward to it, and I think for me it's a little bit closer, you know, to my heart because my nan is also a breast cancer survivor.
Right. I think the lashes are too overpowering.
I disagree. Sorry. I really like the lashes. I think they're quite subtle, but still they've opened up the eye, and that's what you want. You want that youthful look.
I love the look that she did. I feel like, considering the fact that the model had quite difficult eyes, I think you've done a fabulous job. I love the color range that you've chosen on her.
I feel like my look, the look that I've created, is quite unique and original to me. The only reason obviously I feel nervous with that is that obviously I'm not experienced with editorial makeup, and as I said, getting everything perfect is going to be a big challenge.
Inspiration, I don't know if you can see, that's me there.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah, that's me, yeah, I practice on myself.
This is totally for me editorial. I love the idea and how everything's just works.
If you ask my opinion, I think you've done a fabulous job.
I would have wished you would have added a bit more on the eye area to just make that look complete. But fantastic job.
Thank you.
And this week's winner is Mia and Stella.
I think with Stella, I feel good, I guess. Obviously I'm glad that, you know, my look, you know, was part of like the winners.
Whoa, this looks incredible. I don't know where you're going, what are you doing, but I cannot wait to find out.
Thank you. It's not really a specific look, it's more just about playing with colours and shapes and gradients, because that's kind of what I do and that's how I see, you know, my creativity.
I just like weird stuff, you know?
I mean, it's sublime. You know, it's close to flawless. I really love what she's done. I mean, the accent on the neck.
Yes, I think it's next to perfection.
I think it's a really impressive use of technique. And from the very beginning, when the face was coming together, I could see the contrast in the highlights and the contours and the warm tones and the cool tones. I felt it really is hard color to work with, and she managed to make it work so well.
Such an amazing job, and it looks out of this world. Definitely a showstopper and a wow effect.
I do think I have what it takes to be Gibraltar's next makeup artist, and I'm very confident in my skills, so I guess we shall see.
Wasn't that a fantastic journey of Mia's? Come on, give her a round of applause, well deserved. Mia, first thoughts of what you've just seen?
Yes. It's
One
really...
word.
Oh.
No.
It's been really interesting to see that back, you know, because it kind of feels like it all happened so quickly, but you realise that, you know, there was a lot of time gone into it.
8 weeks.
Yeah, I know, it went so quickly. But yeah, I feel like I definitely can see my own personal growth in looks that I never would have created before I even tried to, so it's been good.
Judges, would you like to add anything on? You want to ask Mia anything?
I would love to ask. I would say, Mia, how do you feel in general about, you know, the journey, and how do you feel about participating in Face Off in general?
I feel very, like, you know, I guess proud of myself is what I would say. And I'm really happy that, you know, I've been able to meet such great people. You guys, obviously, the MUAs, everyone, people behind the, you know, the scenes and stuff. It's been a really great experience. So yeah, honestly, I'm just, yeah. It's been so exciting and fun, and I'm proud of all of us, so it's been
amazing.
It's been great, yeah.
Jaden, would you like to add anything?
Yes, I'm intrigued. What was your favourite challenge and why?
Ooh, that's hard.
And how did you come up with it?
I think I'll say editorial. I think it was my favourite because it was so challenging to come up with a look, but I loved the look so much because it was so like original to me. And honestly, I come up with it because the brief that you said was very specific. I know. And I just racked my brain, and I was looking for, you know, inspiration. I couldn't see too much, so I just thought about how you know, apply it, then how you kind of like flip it and reverse it. So yeah.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I totally agree. We totally agree with what you've said today. It's going really well, eh? Us three together.
So surprised.
Yeah, what can I tell you? For me, you're my queen of editorial. I can see in all the top fashion magazines, that is your strength to, honestly, push on it, and you're going to get even further and further. And you're going to give me a masterclass. In fact, me and Silver want a masterclass when we said it, right?
100%.
Yes, please.
Okay, definitely.
Have a seat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Our second finalist is Stella. Stella, come on stage. Ooh, I'm liking the glitz, eh? We said glitz, you've gone to glitz. It wouldn't be you, no? If there's no glitz.
I love it.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm nervous. I never get nervous. I'm feeling it today. Yeah.
Really? And you've always been so calm and collected. That's what I've loved about all your makeup. How can somebody just be so
Zen.
Relaxed and so zen? And today feeling a bit nervy. I wonder why. I mean, what's it all about? I mean, it's only an audience. The whole of Gibraltar watching you. I mean, no big deal. Only Silver and Jaden here. I mean, don't understand.
Ignore the sparkles.
Ignore the sparkle. Ignore the sparkle. Well, what can I tell you? We're going to be looking into Stella's journey now on Face Off: The Next Generation.
My name is Stella Bossano. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm very excited to see what this competition is going to have. And I decided that it would be a good thing to push myself and to show off my creativity. Stepping into a new environment, I think that it was okay how I did under pressure.
Well done. You've done a great job. I was very surprised at some of you. Well done.
I'm really, really, really happy, and I didn't expect it at all. I was really shocked, but I'm really, really happy.
What type of your personality is here?
I'm more of a creative artist, and I'm not sticking to the normal.
The norm.
Yeah. So.
Great. I think it reflects who she is as a person and also what she loves doing.
I am in love with your work. I can clearly say that it's a work of art, and there's no words about the perfection of the work.
You really have a great understanding of color, and I love the way you contoured the face using color and using darker colors. To ask you, do you do bridal makeup often?
Never.
Never? Okay.
I'm confident enough to know that I'm gonna have a good outcome with it because I'm very go with the flow. So I think that if anything comes along the way that I'm not happy with, I'm good at adapting.
It was interesting having a chat with Stella because she was mentioning that bridal work is not really her thing. And I can't tell because it looks flawless.
It's one of my favorite looks. I think she's gone for beautiful colors, tones that stand out, bring out the blue in her eyes. Very subtle, the harmony of the colors blend in really well together.
I love personally this look as well. I feel like there's nothing screaming too much, whether it's colors or lashes.
This week's winner for the bridal challenge is Stella. Well deserved.
I self-doubt myself a lot. So having recognition in something that I don't do very often, more glam looks, was really, really like a nice feeling.
Hello, Stella.
Hello.
How are you, darling? How are you feeling today?
I'm happy so far.
I'm
loving it.
Oh my gosh, this looks stunning and marvelous.
Glam with a twist. I like that bold red lip.
The model has beautiful eyes with a nice cut.
I feel like this makeup look is made for like the VMAs, you know, even the Super Bowl. I know it's not technically a red carpet glam.
Come on in, the bosom buddies, ladies.
I'm happy with how it went because she was very happy with how it went. She was very specific. So we did it very slowly, and she kept on looking at herself in the mirror because she wasn't used to a lot of makeup, but also when she does do makeup, she liked it a certain way.
Alex, what do you think?
I just feel the emphasis on the under eyes are a bit too enhanced.
I think hydration is definitely an issue. This look lacks a bit of dimension.
I feel like in general, the look is great, but I feel like you played really, really safe.
Okay, can you tell me about your inspiration, please?
I'm going for like a Picasso vibe. I think I am like making sure that I am using my creativeness and like I am using face paints, like I'm not just doing like normal makeup.
Well, this is definitely wow effect for me.
It still feels unfinished for me, some areas.
I disagree. I think you could totally see this as a magazine cover.
This week's winner is Mia and Stella.
Really pushing myself today.
I've seen your hair brushing.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the color tones in it.
Like I've made it my own creature, like my little world of Stella's creatures. Like I feel like this would live perfectly in it.
I hope it shows a lot of the skills and techniques I've learnt here, and also just all of my skills that I've learnt whilst doing the makeup look that I do.
Your finesse, your vision, your concept was everything, and it didn't feel like there was a moment that you were struggling.
You ticked every box. You used airbrush, props, you practiced, like I could go on and on.
Your energy so harmonious to be able to create such an art, and you really reflected your harmonious energy into that, and you perfected it in the best way possible.
But the winner this week for the Creative Challenge is Stella. Well done.
I do think that I have what it takes to be Gibraltar's next MUA.
What can I say? Stella's journey. Let's give a round of applause to her. Stella, quick question. You've seen that? Eureka, what have you learned from this journey?
I have learned so much. I think it's confidence that I've learned in myself speaking and in my own makeup, and I think just everything. I'm confident in everything that I do now.
You're like a little... That was grown into a beautiful swan.
Yes, if you're looking at me, I do have a question. Stella, what was your most favorite look on the whole show?
The creative. I think I loved doing it. I don't think I've had as much fun doing makeup look than that look. I loved it, and then like the end look, I was obsessed. I'm so happy with that look.
So were we.
Would you like to add anything, Jaden?
If you could go back and change a look or change anything about the look, what would you do?
I don't think, obviously, after hearing your critiques, I want to change those little things, but I don't think I'd go in with a completely different look ever, because I think I put 100% effort into everything that I did, and obviously nothing is going to be perfect. So with what I produced, nothing was ever going to reach that perfection level. So I know that going into it with 100%, yeah, I'm just really happy with everything that I brought.
Well, if you're happy, we're totally happy too. I agree totally with you, Stella. You've been brilliant, really confident. I've seen you grow. I can see you behind the Tim Burton movies. Don't forget about me when you get that BAFTA and Oscar, eh? I don't want to put you here. Well, let's have a round of applause for Stella and Mia. Come on, Mia, come on stage. Two worthy winners for Face Off. But before we announce the winner of Face Off 2025, let's see what they'll be receiving. A one-to-one and an invitation to Silver's Big Masterclass on December the 3rd, and a photo shoot with international photographer Jaden Farr. A special mention to our main sponsor, S01, who have kindly gifted a £500 makeup voucher. The lucky winner will also be sent to Madrid on a weekend away with a masterclass with one of Estee Lauder's senior artists. I would like to invite up on stage David Garcia, director of SM Saruya, and our main sponsor of Face Off The Next Generation. The moment of truth. So, what do you think?
Have we decided?
We have.
I think so, yeah.
I think we finally have a winner.
Let me ask you something, Silva. How has your journey been from the beginning?
Oh, you're
to
putting
now?
me on the spotlight, Deepak. That's so you.
Did you love the spotlight?
I loved the whole journey. I feel so honored in general just to be here, being part of the show, just witnessing everybody's, all the challenges, everybody's journey. And it's been just honestly incredible. Now I feel like I have a little family, makeup family here, and it's been incredible. And I'm very, very honored to be here.
Yourself, Jaden?
It's been stressful, not gonna lie. Planning these outfits every week, even having to judge, because usually day-to-day life, we're not going there judging, writing comments, everyone speak freely, It's been challenging, but I think it's been very rewarding at the same time, because seeing all of the artists grow has been a pleasure, honestly. Well done, everyone.
Challenging, rewarding, growth, confidence, and that's what the platform of Face of the Next Generation is. To you growth, create a platform, and let you fly and create your own journey and your own path. All right? So, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. 2 finalists, 1 title, 1 winner. The winner of Face Off 2025 is... Stella! Well deserved. We'd like to have the director of S01 give you the voucher. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mia, for all your hard work. We'd also like to thank S01 because it donated all the goodie bags to all the MUAs, all the judges, all the contestants, nearly half the production. But 2 worthy winners, it could be anybody's game. I'm really proud of all 6 of you to step on this stage of Face Off the Next Generation. The first one, hopefully crossing for a second one, but all of you have marked this stage and the production. So thank you very much, and I'm really, really, really proud of you. And before we leave, a shout out to Auntie Rose, Peeper family, and the little boy called Eric, who loves me to bits. And we're gonna get the sparkling going, come on! Get the bubble going. Should have opened it.
Very difficult.
Stella, how are you feeling?
Good.
Tell me a few words.
I'm super happy. Love you, Mia. I don't know what to say. Thanks.
Me and you're gonna have an entertaining the real thing.
What?
Yeah. You're doing amazing. I'm gonna come to masterclass,
Congratulations in the bag.
What's in the bag?
Guys, here, follow it to...
Who is not legal? Yeah. Who wants orange juice?
There you go.
Congratulations.
Do you want me to go to camera?
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Matt?
Champagne? One more. For me.
I know, right?
Thank you so much, and here's a toast to all of you, and the winner, Stella. And that's the wrap.
Cheers.
Go behind the scenes with Face Off, the Next Generation podcast. Available now on gbc.gi and your favourite streaming platforms.
We've come to the finals of Face Off the Next Generation, Season 1. There's only one question I need to ask you. Do you want Season 2?